local woods, home learning all day as a teacher. Good to get out with some fresh air. It's raining a bit, but that's okay. Just one man, one prime lens, one camera, just to see what we can get. I'm hoping to get something close up with a bit of depth of field and some blurred background, but we'll see what we come up with. But it's quiet. It is raining and wet, but that's okay. So let's just see what we're gonna get. So, as always with those types of shots, I'm shooting handheld. I've decided just to come out with my 35mm prime 1.8. Got some nice texture on the trunk. I think I'm pleased with that shot. It's just about trying to get that balance between the ISO having to be high when you're shooting handheld and not having any shake or anything that risks not getting a crisp image. So bumped up the ISO so I can keep quite a low aperture. And I think I've got some nice texture, lovely depth of field, I think, with the trunk sort of curving away into the distance. So I'll put that shot up there now and let's crack on and find something else. I think I found another shot, amazing. Always a sucker for a bit of green moss, okay? Some green moss here. On its own, quite interesting. I quite like the pictures, but I think generally not as popular. But a bit of texture, a bit of wet bark there as well. I'm not using a polarizer because I'm on handheld. I usually would to try and bump up the greens, but I don't think it'll make a massive difference in this case. Might try it, but we'll see. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what it looks like. Okay, and keeping my aperture down to about 2, or up to about 2. Larger aperture, but it's wide open. Yeah, it's a larger aperture, but a lower F number. So it is raining quite a lot, but I really don't mind. There's something nice about rain in the woods. It just sort of breaks that fall, and I never really mind it anyway. After being inside all day, it's just lovely to get that fresh air. This once a day exercise again is it's troublemaking, especially for those of us that want to get out and take photos. But it's good to be out here. So 2 shots in the bag. I'm thinking of a sort of group of set of shots here with some texture and colours and things what going on in the background. But I quite like the adrenaline of this, filming, getting shots, running around. I've got the polarizer on now as well. I may have put up the shot with the polarizer. I will put on the screen whether I use the one with the polarizer or not to see if it gave any difference. Usually it will just saturate those colours a bit more, cut out that glare you would get from wet leaves, and that's what we've got now. So quite soft light in the sky, I'm loving it. So, rain's coming down a bit harder now, still don't mind it, and this area, as you'll see on the video when I've come through, is full of moss, carpeted, it's all over the trees, and this tree in particular at this side has this lovely pattern of striped bark with the moss on top. So I think going close, I'm going to get the tripod on this one I think to make sure I get the composition right, but nice abstract, fill in the frame, showing the patterns, yeah, should be quite a nice shot, interesting. So let's see what we come up with. So here's all the moss and everything that I was talking about. I hope you can still hear me. Some fantastic conditions. The rain's really coming down, but it's just creating such a lovely effect. I've had to get right in here and I'll show you my composition. It's not quite what I'd originally thought, but I'm loving this. If I can just show you my thing, this moss down at the bottom that's sitting just below almost like these sort of cliffs, as they look like, of bark. And I've got the polarizer on. I can show you the difference that will make. I'll just show you on there. If you look at the moss at the bottom, that's with the glare off, and that's where it's polarized. So yes, F11 to keep everything nice and in focus. Focus on the moss. As far as I remember, I don't think I've been in this part of the woods before. I've been here so many times, and every time I come here, you go in a different direction, you find something different. So it's an amazing place. It's right on my doorstep, well within restrictions, well allowed to come. And I haven't seen another person, unless I'm scaring them away with my weird video talking. But yeah, loving it tonight, really buzzing. And the rain is just fab. It'd be boring otherwise, and it's saturating everything and making it look great. So let's get the camera packed away before, ooh, actually, spotted some moss there that I could take a picture of, but yeah. If there's another picture then I'll show you now. I don't know how much you can see on the camera, but I'll get some close-ups to put in as well. This section's just covered with moss, absolutely covered. The foot of a lot of the tree trunks. This might be the area where a friend of mine told me, sent me a picture of these trees that were covered in moss down at the bottom. And this might have been where she was. Dr. Seuss trees, she called them. A bit like the Grinch, I think, but yeah. Still raining, still loving it. Prime is still going very well, so I've got one shot where I've just come down here. If I just, let me spin you around, in fact, so I'm trying to do that in a clever way. So, these trees that I was talking about, I've got a shot of this guy here, which actually with the twigs coming out, I think looks a bit like a little character. So I think I'm going to play on that, certainly, a little bit of a stick man, who's sort of got his hands out. I might, in fact, I've taken it from this angle, getting a nice blurred background, but I quite like coming around this direction. You can see the hand sort of leaning out, so I might shoot that one again in a minute. And then I've got a shot set up over here. This gimbal's buzzing at me, I don't know why. So that's basically cropping these trees into the frame. This is going right into the corner, and this one, and with that, the rain, we're getting a nice misty background that's just separating, that's the word, creating some separation and less of the chaos. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Didn't look like much of a shot, and then got it onto the back of the camera, and actually I'm dead pleased. So I'll show you both of those now, but I think I might come down and get another shot of this guy from that angle. And there. Ooh. That's where I came before. Probably start making my way out soon. Light's very low now, especially in here. You can probably just tell on the phone, actually. Oh, squelch. Really great though. God, I nearly swore there. I really like trees and being out in the woods. Let me find a spot and I'll wrap this up. Okay, first lesson, make sure you frame up this shot when you're trying to do it on your actual camera before you give a whole nice speech and then realise the very top of your head has been cut off by the frame, which hopefully it's not on this way. Bum was wet before, even more wet now. That's been brilliant. I've loved walking through these woods. They change every time I come here. And when it's this kind of weather, it's brilliant. But I'm going to call it a day now. Fingers and toes are getting pretty numb. I think there's some really good shots there. Probably nothing for the portfolio, but something at least that's nice to look at. Thank you for watching this, whoever you are. Hope you're enjoying lockdown, managing lockdown, getting through it in any way that you can.
this has become a hobby for me since lockdown, so I'd highly recommend that to anybody else. But before someone comes and thinks I'm a weirdo, I'm going to go. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all again very soon. Goodbye.